we have found Mike Kewley, who is presumably recovering from an exceptionally busy weekend, having just been at the Mindful Man Festival, or rather having organised the Mindful Man Festival. Have you calmed down now, Mike?
I have calmed down. I was quite calm on the day. Yeah, it was great. It was great to see so many people there engaging with maybe things they've never thought of, or exploring different practices and perspectives. And as you know, there was a real good feel, kind of vibe to the whole thing. So I'm still I'm buzzing a bit from that still.
Good. That's what we like to hear. And we're going to do a practice now. What's the focus of this practice?
Well, I thought I'd just continue almost like a part 2 from last week, where last week we were just kind of noticing what was happening without any effort, like breath and sounds, they just come and go. So this week I thought we'd stay with that, but see if we can turn our attention towards the person, the me, having that experience. You know, who are you? Who am I? That's the deep question that lies at the heart of the mindfulness tradition, all spiritual traditions, meditative traditions. Who are you really? So we're just going to do a practice just to kind of drop back and explore that.
Excellent. It is the ultimate question, isn't it?
It is.
If I can get an answer by the end of this, I'll be very happy. Excellent. Okay, take it away, Mike.
Okay, so again, we can close our eyes for this. This is more of a meditation than a practice as such. So again, just go with the phrases and the instruction. There isn't a right answer. We're just going to explore and see where we end up. Okay. So we can just start by noticing that without even having to do anything, you are aware. And you know that because you can hear sounds happening. You can sense your body on the chair. You can notice thoughts as they pop up and pass. So we're just going to rest for a few moments in this kind of natural awareness of what's happening around us. We don't have to make it happen. It's already happening. We're already noticing things as they come and go. Thoughts, sounds, sensations or emotions. Just staying alert to them. Now, often what we tend to think we are is the stories in our head, our thoughts. But really they're just thoughts about me. It's not the real me. And even if I say, my name is Mike, well, I'm also aware of, I'm listening to myself say that. So I am that which is aware of the noisy mind, the story in our heads. I'm aware of it. So what is that awareness that's here right now? It's a bigger version of you. It's a deeper version of you. It's bigger than the story. It's aware of the story. So we're just going to see if we can turn our attention around and explore that awareness that's listening to these words right now. So what we're going to do is just turn our attention around and see if we can just drop back or look back, even rest back into that awareness. So what I'd like you to do is just quickly, right now, look back. So instead of paying attention to your foreground experience, the backs of your eyelids, thoughts, breath, sound, sensations, literally look back in the opposite direction, almost like you're looking back into your own awareness. We're not thinking about anything. We're looking, a direct looking. Just look back. Back into your own awareness. Just rest there, rest in that looking. What's back there? And just let the foreground flow, Let your experience be in flux. Sounds come and go, thoughts come and go, sensations come and go. That's the foreground, that's the surface, ripples, waves. Drop back, look back. Who's back there? What is back there? What is it that is aware? So just look back, drop back. And the mind might give you an answer. That's fine, because it's just an answer. It's just another story. Often a story we've remembered about ourselves. So we can just let that come through. We can let that pass away. We don't need to grab hold of that as the answer. It's just another story the mind tells. Again, drop back. Who's hearing right now? Who's aware of this moment right now? To whom does this occur? Drop back. Look back. Rest there. You might notice that what's back there is very different to the foreground. It's very different from the noisy mind or sensations or emotions. It has a completely different flavour and character to it. It's a deep you. It's a vast you. Keep looking back. There may be some stillness, there may be some silence. There may not be. And maybe we can also notice that it's not just that we are effortlessly aware of thoughts, sounds, sensations, but those thoughts and sounds and sensations are made of your own awareness. They are made of you. So the sound is just your own awareness appearing as sound. The thought that pops up in your mind is just awareness appearing as a thought. The sensations you notice in your body right now is awareness appearing and changing as sensations. So we're not just aware of experience. Experience is made of our own awareness. So everything you're noticing right now is also yourself. So what we can do now then is just very slowly let your eyes open, and just looking down at whatever's in front of you. And I just want you to experiment with or trust or sense or imagine or intuit that what you're seeing when you open your eyes is none other than yourself. Your own awareness appearing as what you're looking at. Appearing as the sounds you're hearing. Appearing as the sensations in your body. So that you're not some kind of limited thing on a chair with a mind. You're literally everything that's happening. Just see if you can rest with that. Don't think about it. You don't need to think about it. Your awareness is on. Just rest in it. And notice that that awareness includes everything that pops up. Because everything that pops up is made from it. And this can be a kind of homecoming, a kind of rest. Coming home to this moment, here and now. Not just aware of this moment, but as this moment. Okay, that's it. So that's just it's a meditation, it's a kind of guided experiment just to see what happens if we drop back into that place, into that depth, the bigger you. the silent you, and then just to come out again from it and notice, well, everything I'm experiencing is already happening in my awareness. How separate am I from the world?
It does make you feel sort of detached in a way from the physicality, doesn't it? It's quite an expansive meditation that I just felt like everything was expanding, which links to some of the talks I think that happened at the Wellbeing Festival on Saturday. So that was a fascinating one. Thank you very much. How do we retain that feeling then, Mike?
Try it. Just kind of listen. You can listen back a few times. Again, treat it as an experiment. Drop back, and then when you open your eyes, you kind of just sense or imagine, even as a kind of imaginative exercise, that everything you're noticing is none other than your own awareness.
Wonderful stuff. Thank you very much. We will speak to you the same time next week. Thanks very much, Mike.
Thank you.